I thought my mental health was so depleted after how brutally locked in I was. I woke up around 6 and really ate meat and donuts for breakfast, which was a weird combination now just thinking on it, though then I headed to my bus and made it to school to finish this A-push warm-up. But my big AP research academic paper was due tomorrow, and I realized I made major grammar errors when people peer reviewing my paper, so I spent that whole class fixing that instead of paying attention to the content. Then I headed to the library, and one of my friends was begging for his life for me to peer review his paper since he peer reviewed mine, so I spent that whole time in the library logging in fixing his paper. It low-key got the best of me, which led me to inevitably fail my acting test in my acting class, which I really didn't do too well, even though I cheated and looked up the answers, but it was probably since I was too focused on studying for the APs instead of that. Then I went to the library again to pick up papers for the National History Day competition this week in which I'm competing in, and I went to de-stress by playing double table ping pong with some friends. So then I had to stay after school since I was finally gonna get inducted into the National Honor Society, so this was basically the practice rehearsal, but right after I was done I peer reviewed another paper, but I only skimmed it since I was tired of reading that whole document. I finally got home to eat, and apparently Teacher Appreciation Week in my school was next week, and the administration sent out a form to write notes out for the teachers. So I decided to write some out-of-pocket anonymous messages to try to get a reaction from them next week when they actually read them. Then I watched more harmless history to study for the A-push exam, as well as practicing more AP computer science multiple choice questions, but then I realized I had a chemistry test coming up about balancing equations, so I spent like 5 minutes reviewing that. Finally I headed to sleep.